Church today celebrates Palm Sunday or Passion Sunday, beginning the most solemn of all weeks, as we remember Jesus' passion and his death. This is a time of year we remember and relive the events which brought about our redemption and our salvation. Today's liturgy combines two contrasting moments of glory, as we heard outside in the gospel, of the people surrounding him singing Hosanna, and the drama of the crucifixion later on this week. So this celebration of the Triduum, the 3 days, will begin on Holy Thursday, where we remember Christ's passion, his death, and his resurrection. A good time to ponder the love that Jesus has for us. We listen to our readings today. The first reading from Isaiah was the third servant song. Though it was written over hundreds of years before Jesus came, we can identify with Jesus as we hear these suffering servant songs. I wonder how much the scribes and Pharisees missed when they read these, even though they were scholars of the law. Our second reading from Philippians is an ancient Christian hymn represented as an early Christian understanding of who Jesus was and how his mission was to save us from sin and death. Each of the four Gospels tell of the triumphal entry of Jesus, but John is the only one that talks about the palm branches that were used, which symbolized in those days independence and nationalism, the symbol of Israel's freedom from foreign domination, the hope in which a society would come and save them from. In the gospel, we listen to the passion of Christ according to Luke. Each year we hear a different passion of Matthew, Mark, or Luke. And this year in the third cycle, we hear the Gospel of Luke. We are challenged to examine our own lives in the light of some of the characters that we had heard about in our story tonight. We can think of Peter, who denied Jesus, or Judas, who betrayed Jesus, or Pilate, who acted against his conscience and condemned Jesus to the cross, or Herod, who also heard Jesus and didn't think that he thought that he was innocent. It's amazing how the shouts of Hosanna, which means save us now, today came into the shouts of crucifying him just a few days later. How did we do during our Lenten season? And how can we maybe prepare for this holy of all weeks? Perhaps this week we can have a little bit more silence in our lives, maybe turning off the television and having more silence that way. By maybe we can not use our phones as much, but maybe use it for phone calls, but not be scrolling around looking at all kind of other things that are going on, and maybe take that time for prayer. Or maybe we can fast a little more. Of course, we'll be fasting on Good Friday, but it's also important to also think of fasting on Holy Saturday and besides Good Friday as we celebrate the Triduum. So let us take some time this week to ponder in our own lives what Jesus' suffering and death means to us, going from the hosannas we heard today to the Alleluia, Christ is risen, that we will be proclaiming next Sunday at Jesus' resurrection from the dead.